Most people think meditation is about escaping the world. They sit quietly, close their eyes, and try to float away. But the original architects of these ancient systems didn't want to escape reality. They used it as a sophisticated technology to rewrite it. If you live your entire life on mental autopilot, waking up, checking your phone, and constantly reacting to whatever demands your attention, you surrender your agency. Your mind scatters. Your energy scatters. And when your energy is scattered, the results you get in life will always be inconsistent. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to change that. You are going to learn a 3-step active reality architecture routine. This is a specific sequence designed to align your internal state so sharply that it begins to dictate your external outcomes. Your brain operates by constantly predicting reality based on internal patterns. Shifting from a passive observer to an active participant allows you to intervene in those models and dictate what happens next. Before we begin, prepare your space. Sit up straight, put your phone on silent, and clear away any immediate distractions. You need complete focus for this to work. Now, bring to mind one specific, overarching goal or outcome you want to achieve in your life right now. Lock it in your mind. Without a highly specific target, the protocol we are about to run has no fixed direction. You need a clear destination to channel the energy you are about to generate. Step 1 is the sensory fast. Before we can build anything new, we have to defragment your biological computer and stop your internal energy leaks. Think of your daily energy like a pressurized water tank. Every single time you react to a stressful headline, a meaningless notification, or digital noise, you poke a hole in the side of that tank. By the time you try to focus on actual goals, you have zero pressure left. To fix this, you must withdraw your senses. Right now, fixate your attention entirely on the physical sensation of the air entering and leaving your nose. Let everything else fade to the background. Within seconds, your mind is going to drift. It will try to pull you back to your worries or your to-do list. This is a core feature of the training, not a failure. The moment you realize your mind has wandered, aggressively pull your attention back to the breath. That singular act of pulling back is the repetition that builds actual, measurable attention control. Sealing these leaks is a mandatory first step. A depleted biological system cannot generate the force required to influence external reality. Now we move to step 2, converting your goal into a will seed, or what the ancient texts call a sankalpa. We are moving away from passive goal setting and into active resonance. This relies on the principle of spanda, the understanding that everything in existence, including concepts like wealth or health, operates as a specific vibrating frequency. If you strike a tuning fork and bring it close to a second, identical fork, the second one will automatically begin to vibrate. That is resonance. When you introduce a strong, clear frequency, the surrounding architecture adapts to mirror it. Your brain operates on the same physics. It filters and predicts your daily reality based on the internal expectations you feed it. A standard goal usually comes from the ego. Saying, "I want something," broadcasts a signal of lack. A will seed, however, is an identity-based frequency. It broadcasts what you already are. For example, "I want a new job" is a weak signal. Shifting that to "I am the frequency of authority and service" changes the resonance entirely. When you stabilize this internal frequency, your brain's filtering system realigns to match it. You start detecting opportunities that were previously invisible, effectively directing your actions toward the specific results you've seeded. That brings us to step 3, charging the current. This is the physical mechanism required to power the will seed you just planted. There is a biological rule at play here. You cannot sustain a high-level reality with a low-voltage nervous system. You need power. To generate that power, we use an internal engine known as the microcosmic orbit. This technique charges the battery of your intent. On the inhale, visualize pulling energy from your pelvis straight up your spine to the crown of your head. On the exhale, visualize that energy washing down the front of your body, returning to the pelvis to complete the circuit. This continuous energetic loop acts as the essential biological fuel. It provides the movement required to keep your will seed alive and active throughout the day. There is one final requirement, and it is the primary reason most people fail at this system. It is called split intent. You cannot practice focus and abundance for 10 minutes in the morning and then spend the next 16 hours making decisions based on fear, doubt, and reaction. That sends a conflicting signal to your brain. For the rest of the day, your microactions, your words, and your identity must strictly match the will seed you just planted. You must operate as if the outcome is already fact. The universe does not respond to what you vaguely desire. It only responds to the frequency of what you actively are. Maintaining this uncompromising congruence permanently rewires the brain's filtering system, training it to spot reality-altering opportunities in real time. You now possess the complete, unrestricted protocol for reality architecture. You know how to seal your energy leaks through the sensory fast, how to plant a resonant will seed, and how to charge your nervous system to power it. By executing this focused 5-minute routine every single day, you create calculated shifts in your internal direction. Over time, those daily shifts compound into a measurable difference in your external results. Here is your immediate deployment task. Tonight, set your alarm 10 minutes earlier. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone or look at a single notification, run this exact sequence. If you are ready to stop being a passive observer and start building your life, type "Protocol Accepted" in the comments to lock in your commitment. Then, subscribe to the channel so we can continue mastering your internal architecture